Hi guys, welcome to another WonderHero video. This is the second time I'm actually recording this video because the first time I recorded this video, after I ended the recording, I found that the video was like 27, close to 30 minutes long, and I was talking about way too many unnecessary stuff. I ranted way too long. So I'm trying to be a little bit more focused on this recording and cut short the video. So I was inspired to make this video by watching Drini's video, which is this one. So WonderHero investing in its complex and wonderful economy, its market analysis and price prediction. It's an excellent video. So shout out to Drini here. So Drini is actually a content creator that specializes in technical analysis of gaming related cryptocurrencies. So if you are new to the trading space, you don't know what's technical analysis. Is that basic technical analysis is looking at the price action of a particular asset class, whether stocks, futures, crypto, and so on. And based on its price action, to analyze what are the levels where you might actually buy or what are the levels that you should sell. So whether the price of the asset might be going down or going up just based on the price action, or excluding like other fundamental variables like demand or whatever news or whatever economics and politics that's going on around the asset class. Technical analysis basically purely focused on price action. So this is a very tough skill to master. I've done a little bit of trading myself in Forex a few years ago, so I do know a little bit of technical analysis myself. And Drini's videos are definitely very, very educational. He's definitely well educated in the field of technical analysis, and you should really watch his video if you want to know like the direction where the price is going of an asset, direction of where a particular asset is going. So in summary, Drini is he's not really bullish, not really bearish on the coin, because he says at the end of the day, it's really up to how Bitcoin performs. If Bitcoin goes up, then obviously the gaming cryptos might go up together along with it. If Bitcoin actually goes down, as he did a very short analysis here for Bitcoin, then the other gaming cryptos will probably go down along with it. So, but Drini is himself, he is actually bullish on the long-term development of WonderHero. So, because he likes the game for its different ways that you could actually earn coins. There's a staking pool. So you can, for example, if you don't want to sell your WND at the low price now, you can actually pair it up with BNB and stake and earn more WND while you're holding it, while you're waiting for Bitcoin to actually go up. At the same time, you can actually, if you're bullish on the game, if you're staying in the game for the long term, let's say you're staying in the game for the next 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, and you're planning to upgrade your team, this is an excellent time to upgrade your team because coin price is really low. So the purpose of my video right now is actually to like illustrate and to calculate how much would it cost to actually fully upgrade a top tier like meta weapon to be 10 out of 10, right? That means level 10 in terms of weapon level and level 10 in terms of modification level. Because this is what Drini's video did not cover, right? So, because in Drini's video, he actually mentioned like this is a good time to spend your horn as well as spend your WND, but he didn't mention like how much would it actually cost in terms of USDT to actually do the same thing. So some of the meta weapons that I figured out by watching some of the, not say the replays, but watching the data in my PvP matches, is like generally Celeste with its 4-star weapons is really strong. So Celeste with the Hellish Claw weapon is very, very strong in PvP, both in PvP and PvE as well, because the lifesteal is actually bugged. Like this is not 5% of the sacrifice max hit points, it's actually 50%. Because I've seen it actually function in-game in my PvP games. I do not have this weapon myself, but my opponents have it. And when they actually lifesteal my heroes, they lifesteal for 5,000 hit points, which is not possible if it's just 5%. If it's 5%, 5% is actually 5% of 10k hit points is actually only 500. So the only way that their Celeste will lifesteal for 5,000 hit points is because this is actually 50% instead of 5%. So this description is actually bugged. So this weapon is actually a lot better than what it reads here. Then the next very meta weapon, I'm personally using it myself, is because I have a Helen with his 4-star weapon, and it does a lot of damage because of the wide range of attack of Helen's weapon. So to illustrate, I can actually show you in the other game, which is Battlestar, the Steam version of the game, why the 5-star weapon is so good. The 4-star weapon, why it's so good, is because you can see here on the left, it has an attack range, AoE attack range of 3 by 3 squares, which is like a maximum of 9 enemies can be caught in your range of fire for your Code Manticore, whereby the 3-star weapon, it attacks in a straight line and it actually only hits the first enemy in that straight line. So it's actually a single target attack. That is actually the same for Code Griffin as well. So Code Griffin might be the 5-star weapon of Helen, but it actually doesn't do as much damage as the Code Manticore, the 4-star version. Because Code Griffin actually attacks in the straight line, and also it has a leap ability, which means it only hits the first enemy in that particular line of fire. So it doesn't hit all the enemies in that particular line, if I'm not wrong, because it is not a dead eye, it is a leap effect. Whereby this Code Manticore ability is dead eye effect, so it hits all the enemies that is in that 3x3 square. So if you have 9 enemies there, her abilities will hit all the 9 enemies. So it does way more damage than Code Griffin. Code Argus technically is good as well, but Code Argus is very rare in the market. They're selling for like 1000 USDT. And the rest of her items, like all this Code Pegasus and Otters, I've never seen them in the WonderHero market. So they are actually not being, either the NFTs are not being released, or people have not been lucky enough to mint them yet. Okay, so anyway, Code Griffin is the most common and it's actually not as good as the Code Manticore. So, but in summary, buy Code Manticore, ditch Code Griffin. Then the third hero and item which I think is very meta is actually Fran with her 4-star Azure Eyes. So again, it's not the 5-star weapon. Like if you're going for Fran, technically you can go for the 5-star, which is the White Spectre. But basically what White Spectre does is that when you have both positive and negative charge, you only increase a basic attack by 10%. But what the 4-star Azure Eyes does for Fran is that it actually hits twice. So when you have both positive and negative charge, it will trigger an additional attack. So basically this means Fran is actually doing double damage with this Azure Eyes as compared to the 5-star weapon, right? So this is why the 4-star weapon for Fran, I think, in my opinion, is actually a lot better and should be a lot more meta. So how much will it cost to buy one of these like items and then bring it up to level 10 out of 10? I've actually did the calculation in my first video, so I will actually spare you like the time of how I'm going through it. So basically what I did was that I went into here, I looked at my Murasame and looked at how much it would cost to bring it up to level 10. So this Murasame is a 5-star weapon, already at level 3. So which means that if you're upgrading a 4-star weapon, right, technically it should cost a little bit less, because upgrading 5-star weapons actually cost more horn and WND as compared to upgrading 4-star weapons. But I estimated a ballpark of 5,000 horn, as well as I believe about 36 to 40 WND to level this weapon up from level 1 to level 10. And for modification wise, I estimated a ballpark figure of around 4,500 horn, as well as 33 WND to modify this weapon from level 1 to level 10. So the calculations here are actually for as if we were to upgrade today, if we were to buy the horn and WND today, as compared to if a person was upgrading the same item or weapon back on when the peak of the market was at 11th of February 2022, because the game launched actually at the end of January. So 11th of February is where the price is not at the peak, but yeah, around there, close to the peak. Because according to the Pancake Swap charts, the furthest I can go back to reliably, has a reliable show of price is at 11th of February. So I'm just using that as using that date as a reference. So I got my price data from here, and I got the amount of coins from in-game as well. So if it's to enhancement to level 10, now for 5,000 horn, right, it will cost about 30 USDT, whereby in 11th of February, the same amount of 5,000 horn would cost 160 USDT. So it's an insane difference, right? This is like 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. So this is close to like 6 times. It's almost 6 times the difference in value. And in terms of WND wise, there's not much difference. It's basically half of what it used to be. So on 11th of February, it would have cost about close to 50 USDT, but now it still costs about 27 USDT in terms of WND. For modification wise, 4,500 horn. Now, if you were to buy from PancakeSwap, would cost you about 27 USDT, but if it were back on 11th of February, the same amount of horn would cost 144 USDT. WND wise, for like now, it would, for 33 WND, it will cost 24.3 USDT, whereby it used to cost double that amount, right? So for 33 WND, it would cost like, even back in 11th of February, it would cost 42 USDT. So this column here is a summation of this whole row. So if I added all these 4 rows together, it will cost 108.5, close to 110 USDT to bring the weapon from level 1 all the way to 1010. And back then, in 11th of February, the same weapon would cost us 400 USDT in order to bring it to 1010. So we add the weapon cost, which I got it from the market. So people were selling like this about 70, this is about 65. Of course, the Azure Ice is a lot cheaper. So let's say if we were to spend about 70 USDT on the top tier weapon, the S tier weapon. So add together, this would it will total cost us about 178.5 USDT in order to buy the high tier weapon and also to upgrade it to 1010. This is the current price in this current bear market. So it still costs quite a fair bit, right? It still costs close to 200 USDT in order to bring the weapon to level 1010 to be competitive in PvP and to go further in PvE as well. But to put it in perspective, like this, compared to what it cost before, is actually less than half the price of what it cost before on 11 February. Back in 11 February, I think weapon prices for these weapons easily will be above 100 USDT. So I put it in a ballpark figure of like, this is about 400, right? And assuming the weapon costs 100 and like maybe 7 USDT, then it will cost about 500 USDT to buy the weapon from the market and also to upgrade it to 10 out of 10. So comparing the purpose of this video is just to illustrate like how much it costs to upgrade the item to bring a top tier, a so-called a meta weapon from level 1 all the way to like 1010, and how much it would have cost at the peak of the market, which is like now it costs like close to 200 USDT, but back then it would have cost like 500 USDT. So another way which people can go around this, a cheaper way actually, I found, is actually to snipe weapons and items which are already highly upgraded in the market. For example, if you look at a lot of the Hellish Claws, some of them like this is selling at 69, but it already is level 4 and modification level 2. So it's previously already upgraded, and you can buy this like for the same price as an unupgraded weapon. So definitely it's better to actually buy the previously upgraded ones because the stats is actually not bad as well. As compared, so there are even some better deals as well. This is weapon level 5, modification level 4, selling at 85 USDT, right? So it's really not bad. High attack levels is also pretty high as well. And going through different items here, like for the Code Manticore, if you were to upgrade like if you were to buy a previously upgraded one, that there's a 5-1 here. So weapon level 5-1, but this one the damage is kind of low for weapon level 5. Maybe I think this. Yeah, this is actually decent. So weapon level 3, modification level 4, already upgraded, and it's actually 77.75. So this is actually not a bad deal, because it's a little bit more than like the unupgraded ones, right? You're just spending like close to like $12 more, and you actually get the like pretty well upgraded ones. You can look further, like this at 90 USDT is also not a bad deal as well, because it's already modified to weapon level 6, modification is also level 6 as well, and it has 232 attack. Then this is only selling for 90 USD. You can see that the previous owner already spent like 1,400 horn on it and 4.2 WND. So previously, somebody already spent a lot of horn and WND before us, and it's only selling at 90 USDT. This is actually a steal compared to the actual cost of upgrading it ourselves, right? If we were to buy the item from the market and to fully bring it to 1010, it will cost us like close to 200 USDT. And you can get more halfway upgraded one, or like the 60% upgraded one, just by spending 90 USDT. So obviously there's only one in the market right now. So if this actually were to get sold after this video, then congrats to the seller, right? But you can see that like without like a lot of these items are basically the market right now is really bearish. Like a lot of these items are left unsold. Like personally, I mean, just a little bit of shout out for my own items as well. I also have like 200 attack damage Celeste Forging Steel Soul, which is a 3-star weapon. So I bought this at like 65 USDT. Now I want to like sell it out for 29 USDT, but I posted it, left it in the market for like 2 weeks, and nobody wants to buy it, right? Because this is the state of the market right now, right? Really, nobody wants to like put in more money into the game, and there are so many good items going out there for like relatively decent low prices, but like nobody's buying them. Okay, so all right, so thanks for watching this video, and shout outs again to Drini's video. Really hope I can direct more of my viewers to Drini as well to check out, especially this video and maybe some of his other videos as well. All right, so I will leave here the links for his video in the video description as well as in the comments. All right, thank you very much for watching. See you guys next time.